Is that good?
How's it going? Yeah. Say hi.
Morning.
So we're just chilling at the office talking nails, and we were going over some just like general helpful information for traveling or for keeping your tips for display in the salon and such, and we thought you would want to be included in on some of those tips.
So you're talking about traveling with color pops.
Yeah, I find that if I get like one of those little lunch, hey, how's it going? One of those little lunch Tupperwares, they're usually like Gladware or something like that, those little plastic ones. And they're generally for supposedly portion control or whatever. Just take a color pop to the store with you so that you can measure that it fits in there. And then you can travel with your color pops and they don't get broken. Also, I keep another one that I have my finished like display nails and stuff in. So then you can have your display box and your empty color pop box.
And then what about the liquids? Like, you know, I've traveled with gels and gel polishes and monomer.
Yeah, it was an incoming call. Sorry about that. I didn't know it would interrupt the broadcast. So when you're traveling with liquids, I find that it's a really good idea to double bag them. And I actually put a soft landing, like one of your table towels. I put a soft landing around the first bag so that if for some reason you should get a leak and it either eats through the bag or the bag has a small hole in it, then the soft landing absorbs the liquid before it gets to the outer bag, and then it doesn't leak on things. So then I actually will travel with stuff in the same bag with my clothes.
And really? And it's Ziploc bags, like the thicker, heavier ones, freezer bags?
I like the freezer bags better than the regular Ziploc bags because they are thicker.
And then do you push all the air out of the bag before you zip it up?
Yes, because if you don't push all the air out, when it gets compressed in your suitcase, it'll pop open.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah.
And sometimes it doesn't break the zippers, but it breaks the bag seams, which is awesome. So you definitely want to squeeze as much of the air out as you can. We thought you guys might like to see some new Empower videos. So we're working on prepping tips to get them ready for doing some tutorial videos. And if you have anything specific, since we're actually paying attention to what we're doing, then we'll go back and read the comments after the Periscope so that if we missed any questions, we can leave you answers on the Empower Facebook page.
So, Holly, okay, so I've got this one. I don't know, you guys want, can I get that?
Yep, there you go.
I mean, the color's good, yeah?
Yeah, I really like that reflective.
But I'm going to gel top it so that if I make a little mistake with the Empower, if I put the Empower in the wrong place, I can peel it off.
Nice.
Yeah.
And we've let that dry for 24 hours, so it wouldn't be practical for a client. However, if you're wanting to use a regular polish to show them what it would look like or to make your display nails a little faster, you can let them dry overnight, which we did, and then come back in and gel top coat them and not have to worry about it because it's for display. And color pops are giant as well as clear, so I tend to do 3 coats of color on them so you get a better idea what the color would look like if there were skin underneath it versus just doing the normal 2 coats.
Okay, now I feel better that it took me 3 coats to get the color nice. Thanks
yeah,
for
when
that.
The tips are big, it takes 3 coats. It's different than working on a normal person.
And then I was having trouble right at the bottom, like I'd run out of polish as I'm coming to the bottom of the nail.
Yeah, you actually, let me see if I can get this where they can see it.
So you got a technique, you got a tip
Absolutely.
for me there?
So instead of cleaning your brush off like you normally would, you actually want that giant drip of color.
Okay.
When you're working with a color pop. And then just set it down and swipe the excess off and then go back and polish. And then you don't run out of color.
And so I noticed you weren't starting right below the cuticle line, if you will, and then pushing towards and drawing back.
Right. Because with color pops, you don't have to worry about getting it in the skin. So you can go ahead and set it down right at the back.
And then when I do that, how do I avoid that, like that little kind of bead that'll gather up on the edge right there?
You can come back and clean that bad boy off. Yep. Because when you're doing color pops, like the idea is to get as many of your demo nails done as you can with the time that you have. And for me, I'll do it if there's a no-show or if someone's running late or if I just happen to have a cancellation or whatever. Right. So then I leave that little dot at the top and then you can come back in and clean it off later when you have time.
I think those kind of creamier colors are going to go nice with that dreams.
Yes. I'm so excited to see if my basket weave idea works out on the nail the way it is in my head. You guys are going to have to wait till closer to Easter to see that design, though. We're going to hide it. Mean, huh? So, Lucian's favorite top coat for the Empower. Oh, cool, you're doing your nails in North Carolina while we're doing this. That's awesome. We want to see pictures posted on the Empower page. Lucian loves the Accents Shine On for his top coat. The color pops can be shaped any way you want them to for the contest. Absolutely. And as you can see, he has the, oops, there we go, the correct lamp for the accents. And then shockingly, I'm going to be using C&D. And so we have the correct lamp for that as well. So he does have more than one lamp set up in the office to make sure when he uses the different brands that they are good to go. All right. Would you guys be interested in a Periscope sometime with some Empower troubleshooting tips on it? Stick with the system. Absolutely. We're big system freaks. Oh, look at all those yeses. We will definitely hook you up with some Empower troubleshooting. Is there anything specific that you need help with? Wow, lots of yeses. We definitely should do that.
Nice. It's just there's such a wide variety of ways to use it.
Right.
So,
full cover nails. I should write these down.
I got some naked nails. Here, do this one.
I'm going to make a list so that we can make that a separate Periscope. All right, full cover nails, so then we can save it to YouTube as a troubleshooting. Okay, what else do you need help with besides the full coverage? Can you do the underside of a nail with Empower? Yes, you can. Lucian has had several artists send him pictures with, especially when they're doing the stilettos, the really longer nails, that have photos of the Empower underneath, so we can give you some tricks for going under the nail.
Yeah, I often did that.
Swift and simple, that is bad A. We totally can do that. We were actually talking about doing a tutorial on the shattered glass look and showing how you can do it quicker and easier as well as rebalance it. So what was I going to write down?
Full wrap.
Yep, and then after that
Under
one,
nail.
Under the nail, that was it.
Fast, simple, and badass.
Yeah. You can't say that.
Oh.
You're the professional. Only they
Sorry.
can say that.
Okay.
I love you too, Kara.
But
Under the nail, simple.
But that's one of the things, like stained glass or something. It's so
Fast.
quick and easy.
And cool. Anything else you want us to put in the troubleshooting video? Anything else you're struggling with Empower? Has everyone mastered the swivel blade? Need any tips on the swivel blade? Hi, thanks for joining. Yes, tips on the swivel blade. We're all grown-ups. It's okay to use bad words. That's awesome. So yes, tips on the swivel blade. Cool, we'll totally do that. Struggle with the swivel blade. Yeah, it took me a little bit with the swivel blade as well. I was actually using it backwards. And Lucian was showing me at a show. He's like, you should hold it like this. And I'm like, yeah. And kind of like moving him along to stop telling me what to do. Turns out he actually knew what he was talking about. Shockingly, right? So I will definitely hook you up with some of the tips on using the swivel blade, because it really helps if you're using it correctly. Awesome. So one of the first things, we're just going to go ahead and throw this. Can you use paper punches with Empower? Absolutely. Show him your new one.
This is my new one.
Lucian picked up a new one for Valentine's. Look how cool that is.
So I got all those hearts. I punch out like, what, 15 or 20 of them at one shot.
And then you can use the hearts that you punched out, or you can use the film where you punched it out to have a film with built-in negative space. You can also use it as a stencil if you want to do some pigment or some glitter and get the heart shapes. For the swivel blade, I was trying to hold it like this with the bend facing towards my palm. You want to make sure that you have the bend facing, the bend facing away from me. Oh my gosh, see what I'm telling you?
What? You're still doing
Hey,
it wrong.
Idaho! So turn it around the other way and then, wait, am I still?
No, you're good. You're good.
Okay. Gosh, making me like freak out. So if you'll turn it so that the bend faces your palm, it's easier to rest your index finger down on the blade, and then you can work as if you're drawing. I guess I shouldn't do it on my hand. Then you can work as if you're drawing with your finger, and it's a lot easier to get the blade to curve. Yeah. And we'll definitely put together a video with just some troubleshooting tips and shoot that in there. But yeah, you have a lot more control of the swivel blade if the bend in the handle faces your palm, so that you can just rest your index finger on there, and then it's like you're drawing, and it's a lot easier to use the blade. Also, really light pressure. If you're trying to push really, really hard with the swivel blade, it definitely is going to kind of skip on you, as well as start to tear the film instead of cutting the film, and then you don't get those really smooth lines because you're using too much pressure. So almost float the blade through the film. Keep in mind the films are super, super thin, and so you just float the blade right through the film to get your cuts and have your control with the swivel blade.
Yeah, that way you just cut through the film and not through the paper. It's when you start cutting into the paper that things get weird.
And then your lines are all sketchy. It's like, and then it looks like I tried to cut it with scissors. Anything else you want us to be sure and include on the troubleshooting video? All right, looks like they're good.
Yeah, these will work. These will be fun.
These are going to be fun. Check out some of these other nails we've got good to go. We're going to be making lots of tutorials today. Today's my last day in California, so we're going to try and make as much video and photo work and ideas for you guys with Empower as we can. These are going to be my Easter nails. Woo. And I'm going to try and show you guys how to make a cool, simple, yay, light bulb moment. Oh, I'm so excited. Love this. Sweet. I'm going to try and show you how to do some quick, simple designs with Empower for Easter that look more complicated than they actually were to do. Which video do you think we should shoot first?
I don't know.
What were you planning on doing
I want
to
a cup
these?
of coffee.
Coffee. I've got my
coffee. I had a couple of things I wanted to do with those, but the looks don't really match. So.
By the way, it's America. Hey, America, nice. Awesome. No wonder you're being so cheeky.
You know, I'd love to use black lace on it, right?
Ooh, yeah, that would look good.
Like I could take,
Pieces?
like I could, yeah, like that curve right here, with the black. And then lay that curve down right here, so just like, whoosh, and then it goes to the black, and then it goes hollow, little hint of hollow right there.
You know what I would really like to see on one of them as well is how that technique with the stained glass, where they've cut it into pieces and it looks like puzzle pieces. I would love to see that with the stained glass, because then it looks like one of those wall paintings where you have the separate canvases, but it's all one painting. I think that would look wicked.
I was wondering if I could follow the lines of the hex. If there was a big enough space. I'm not sure there is, but like maybe there is in here.
Right in there, you might get away with it.
If I could cut the hexes out and lay them down up here, and then trace it with a black polish.
Ooh, that would be wicked.
You know. And then I can always use, gray fade and silver on it and do whatever I wanted to. But Yeah, so help me narrow that down, because I only did 3 of them. You know what I mean, look-wise?
So I think do one of them with your hexagons like you're thinking, and do one with the tracing, and then do one with the puzzle pieces, because then they would all go together. And you could either use them together for like that Pinterest every nail is different look, or you could have the each one of them be an individual accent nail, or each one of them be an individual type of set. What if you cut out your hexagons and then laid it on this and cut this out around them?
Yeah, I was wondering if that would be easier for me to try and use polish.
Yeah. If you did that with like a few pieces instead of one solid piece of hexagon, like cut out a few of the solid pieces of hexagon and then drop them onto here so that the pieces are outlined, but yet we didn't have to take the time to outline them with polish. Are we loud enough that you guys can hear us over the radio? As if either one of us talks quiet. Yes, okay, awesome. I love the little hearts.
Do you have my binder?
Who's doing my nails for Premiere? Ah, haha, America. You're so funny. I will be working for C&D at Premiere, so I will have no free time. Otherwise, that would be awesome. Are you going to Premiere this year, or are you still thinking about it?
I'm thinking about it. Elite's going to be there.
So she's going to have Empower.
My distributor in Canada.
Nice. So if you need Empower at Premiere, make sure that you hit up the Elite booth. Is she going to have ring things and table things as well?
I believe so. Yeah.
Sweet.
She's got a great inventory, and so yeah, I might show up and work her booth.
Nice.
You know?
That would be cool. Have you guys played with the table thing yet? And figured out all kinds of clever ways to use it? That's another video. Different ways to use your table thing.
Yeah, right.
Let me write that down because we'll forget. At least I will.
A lot more uses than the ring thing.
Right? And then perfect as a pair. Different ways to use table thing. Awesome. Oh wait, I may or may not be... Oh shoot, I missed it. Can you repost that? I missed the question. I may or may not be, and then it faded away. That's the only thing about Periscope is the comments fade so fast.
Yeah.
You almost need like an extra person just to read the comments. We need a comment assistant. It was a long comment. Sorry that you're typing it back in again. Mishan's getting into his goodie bag. I may or may not be in need of the table thing. America, you totally need the table thing. It's amazing. There's the binder. Do I have the camera turned enough?
All my tools and my glasses.
Right, I'm totally going to spin this around. Glasses, put them on. Push them up normal. Don't look over the top of them. There. See, it's sexy when you wear them right. It makes you look older when you look over the top of them.
Yeah, but I'm just using them for nails, just
I know,
to get a little bit
for the
closer.
picture,
So.
you can have them all the way up.
You know, but it hurts
Adorable
my eyes.
ladies, yeah. See? And now you can do better. You can see.
Yes.
And see, look, Kara says, nice glasses.
Thanks, Kara.
Guess who had to, like, drag him into the store and
gotta
force him to get glasses?
You gotta tell that story. It's great.
Of course I have to tell the story. Oh, my battery is at 20%. This sucks the
Where's your
battery
cord?
really
There's
fast.
power right here.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I can't believe how fast it takes your battery.
So I took the C&D master's courses, and then it's what, a 3-day set?
Yeah, 3 days.
And
Insert sarcasm. Of course I need it, silly. I was just making sure that you understood how much you needed it.
and Holly was the instructor. And we get done with the classes, and she says, solution. At every time I do one of these classes, there's at least one person, one attendee, one person in the room that needs glasses. And I go, really fascinating. And she goes, yeah, and this time, it's you. dragged me around town until
Kicking and screaming.
yeah, right. Until we found a store and bought these. Oh, and another pair that folds out that's in
your demo kit.
Yeah, I think it's right there, and I keep it in my binder or my demo binder. So, oh yeah. If I go like that, it'll look really cool.
Right.
Yeah.
And do you notice that your nails have improved a smidge?
Yes.
Makes a bit of difference when you can see.
I can see better.
Especially the cuticle work. Your client appreciates that you can see their skin.
Yeah, I can see. Triangle. Anyways.
Yeah, a lot of people are in denial. I totally understand. So if you don't want the expense of actually going to the eye doctor, if it's just a little bit kind of blurry-ish, and if you're taking a class and the instructor is like, can you see this? And you're like, yeah, no, I can't see that. Then that's an indicator that maybe you should at least try some cheaters. And that's what we did with Lucian. We just went into a place that had a big selection of cheaters and just had him keep trying them on until he found one that made things look clear. Because we totally understand broke nail tech income. I'm going to tip this down so they can kind of see the nails. I'm trying to put my finger over the top of it.
Oh, you know what would be cool? Would be a my ruler. Okay. Oh, okay. So here, this is just it's Pro Edge actually, not an X-Acto, because I like the grips on it better. It's got a nice knurl. They call that knurls, so your fingers don't slip, and then it's got a better weight to it.
I found it to be a better quality.
I believe it to
I
be
was really sad for the name brand X-Acto.
Yeah.
That the handle wasn't that great.
Disrespect to everything they did, but I think this is a better craft knife. They've got different blades on them. I just use the standard.
And it's really easy to find refill blades.
Yeah.
Like I have a whole whack of them in my kit.
Right. I mean, you get into the funky blades, then and then the swivel is made by Fisker. And
it's helpful when you use it, right?
Sometimes you can find them, Joann's, Michael's, places like that.
I find that they tend to be sold out of them usually.
Yeah, that was my problem. So that's one of the reasons I threw it in my toolkit, because they can be kind of hard to find.
I'm going to put oil on my nails while you're yapping.
The famous $100 stick, and great crystal file. I get them from Mont Bleu. And then the squeezers, which I have custom made. So that's tool set.
I'm so addicted to the squeezers for more than just mind power.
Well, they, and a couple people at the show wanted them for eyelashes and eyebrows, which is great because they're
handy for fiberglass.
I mean, the design isn't hard to find. It's called a spring scissor.
Squeezers are cool. Yes, you should order them. They're awesome.
But it's the blade length. So everything I found, the blade was too long, and when the blade is long and the blade is fatter, and I wanted a very...
See how short it is?
So I wanted a very narrow blade, and I don't need it to be long, and especially when I trim around cuticle on it, come up on a full wrap.
Did you guys all see my nails for show that Sigourney from Nails Magazine did?
They're so cool.
Aren't they adorable? I'm super proud of them.
So I just want to take...
They are totally me. I absolutely love them. I gave her carte blanche. I told her she could do whatever she wanted. And she hand-painted them. Ah, saw the turtles on another periscope. Sweet. Oh, show them again. Cute, huh? I'm going to try and keep them on for as long as I can. They're regular polish, so I'm going to see if I can't stretch them out for a week and a half or so. I have Lauren Wireman's Nail Art Boot Camp next weekend, so I'm hoping that I can keep them on at least till that.
Okay, so I've got this nice long rectangle here. At angles, or should I just go squares and rectangles and Tetris it? And then I thought I'd take those and lay them over the silver, so they're outlined in silver. Mm-hmm. Or no, or did I do it backwards? Should I do the silver over the black?
No, not necessarily. I'm thinking kind of Tetris it, but more shapes. Like you do get squares and rectangles and some triangles.
Oh, okay. All right.
So do straights and angles.
So
let me see if I can flip this around if you guys will be able to see. Ooh, I can zoom.
nice.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Sorry. All right. So I've got this long rectangle cut out, and so
If I
here's
zoom, they can't. There we go.
here's a square, and again, really light pressure. And then if I turn the square and just go corner to corner, then I got two nice even triangles, right? And then I think I want a narrower rectangle too. So.
And again, the trick to cutting the film, even with the straight blade, is really, really light pressure. If you push too hard and start to cut through the paper in the back, you don't get as smooth of a cut.
Yeah, and I'm just.
Dude, you need a manicure.
I know it's terrible, right? I just can I? How's that? Yeah, so I'm just setting it on. I can see the cut lines in the reflection of the light, and I just put the tip of the blade wherever I want it, and then draw it towards me. And it's just the weight of the blade. I hardly use any pressure. And
cut one of your squares into fourths and use it for little diamonds. Yeah, now you're going to have little triangles instead of little diamonds.
oh,
Goober.
what now? What?
Cut it into fourths, like
Well, then I got four little squares.
Yes, but
Not
if you
four
turn
diamonds.
them sideways on the nail, they'll look like diamonds.
Oh, okay. Yes, Miss Holly.
Alright, I'm thinking we've given them enough sneak peek. We
Yeah,
should
right.
let them go so we can start shooting tutorial videos.
All right.
You guys have any questions before we drop off and get to work? Ooh, I should let them watch you do one outline. Thanks for stopping by. I'll see if I can figure out how to save this and put it on YouTube so that if anybody didn't make it or if you guys want to rewatch it and just laugh at us being goofy. He's cleaning off the silver so that he can put the black on top of it with a little bit of alcohol.
Because I got some fingerprints, I got some. Didn't look really clean.
It was fun having you guys behind the scenes. It was totally Lucian's idea. He's like, I'm giving him some tips on how to travel with the color pops, and he's like, I bet nail professionals would like to know that. We should hop on Periscope. And I'm like, absolutely. Yeah, it's kind of hard to actually work on your nails when you're trying to watch the comments, isn't it? Fun Fancy Nails says, hola.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Are you going to show him how to put the black on?
Oh, sorry.
I'll let him catch that, and then we'll come
You know, here, well, this is kind of fun.
bien, good.
Here.
So I'm going to let you guys see how to do an outline real quick, and then we're going to let you go so that we can get to work and make some tutorial videos for you.
So, I cut the one line with the swivel blade, and then I cut the straight and peeled it off.
I hear you, America. It's totally going to be a new addiction.
And then here, I could just lay this down here. Smooth it out.
Looks like a lopsided mustache.
Yeah. What did I do with that swivel blade? Oh, right here. And then,
So he's just following the curve of the black. So instead of trying to make the shapes match by happenstance, you can actually outline it. Oh, you're getting little hearts, Lucian.
And then here.
Sweet.
And then I could take that.
Yeah, don't use up one of your nails because we need that for the video.
But, so, I don't know that I like it like this, but...
Yeah, because that one has a silver background.
But I could come
Just
back.
stick it on this.
I could come like this. I could do whatever I wanted to with it, right?
And then
I could take this and trim that piece off, and then take this other piece and lay it down. And yeah.
Kind of coordinates with your jewelry.
Yeah, it does.
Right? Like, looks like you could just lay it across one of your rings and it would blend right in.
Yep.
Alright guys, we're going to head out and make some videos and take some pictures and do some tutorials for you. Hope you all have a great day, and thanks for hanging out with us. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, I always forget how to turn it off. Oh, here it is. Swipe.